This one's going to be a really simple build. You'll see a lot of people making these out of cardstock, cardboard, but I'm going to build this the way that I knew them growing up. This is a piece of molding trim. It does have a lot of milling marks in it, so we're going to take those out and then cut it to the pieces that I need. But I also want to just use a scrap which is left over from the last project, the bookshelf. The first thing is to cut down the board to a manageable length. I'm then going to use a hand plane and a cabinet scraper to flatten it out, a little bit of sandpaper, but mainly this is to get rid of the milling marks left over. Then I use a marking knife to mark out 2 walls. They're about a 1/16 of an inch apart. This will help you guide your saw when you're sawing things. It also gives you a cleaner saw cut. And I cut out all 8 pieces. I used a shooting board to clean up the ends of all the pieces and get them to the same length. Then I used a rasp and some sandpaper to clean up the edges. I'm using these little pin nails, but you can just as easily use a glue gun. I have 3 ribbons. There's 2 black ones and a red one. The red one will be in the middle. The 2 black ones are on the outside line. I marked in 1 centimeter from each side. I also found the center and marked it. I used a square to carry those lines to the rest of the boards. I centered the red ribbon on the center line. I attached the 2 black ribbons just inside of their outside line. The 2 black ribbons are on one side and the red ribbon is on the other side, all trailing off the same end of the board. Then I bring the red ribbon over to its opposite side, and I bring the 2 black ribbons over to their opposite side. Place a block on top, and I repeat that process. If you're going to use a glue gun, glue it while you're putting the stack together. I clamped all the blocks into my vise, and then tapped in 2 nails where each ribbon crossed each board end. Then flipped over the group of blocks and tapped in those nails. You can see the pattern that was weaved here. Clean up the edges, pull them out, and start playing. The more you play with it, the looser the ribbons get, so the easier it works. It's actually pretty fun to watch in reverse too. The second one uses 2 boards that I'm resawing out of a piece of scrap from the previous project, but it uses 4 ribbons, 2 red ones and 2 black ones. I used to see these at craft shows as the dollar trick. The 2 black ribbons go straight across, the 2 red ones form an X. I sandwich them together and hold them in my vise, and I attach the ribbons to the opposite board of where they were first attached. This one is definitely a lot easier with a glue gun. Slip your dollar in. So what side do you want? Do you want it on the stripey side, or do you want it on the X side? I'm not going to keep this because I didn't do a very good job on it. But this one's also a lot more stable than this, which is the same exact thing. You could do this red one as an X just like that is. Thanks for watching.